Why they keep on hating on me, dog? I don't know, no. Why they keep on hating on me, dog? I don't know, no. Why they keep on hating on me, dog? I don't know, no. Why they keep on hating on me, dog? I don't know. I got
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, 2901 Productions and 48 Media proudly presents to you another round of Ab-So-Lute. I am Marlon Copeland.
What's happening? It's your man Eric. For some reason, it seems like when I play, like when we have the intro music playing where we can actually hear it, like your intros be like dope as hell.
I'm on stage.
It's like when we have to, all the times when we were doing it without when we couldn't hear the music, some of them be good, some of them be so. But like ever since you started being able to hear the music, they been a lot better.
Showtime.
I was actually listening to that the other day in the car, but it wasn't like the individual song. It was the like one of the mashups that we did for a performance.
Okay.
So it's just like the hook to Showtime, which I actually thought about using for the intro to this.
That would be dope.
Once. And then what else? And then it went into like it kept doing the hook, but it was like the acapella version of the hook. And then it went into the verse for another song that we had. I cannot remember the name of those songs though.
I always liked Showtime because I thought that was a song that it can lead up, like open up our like whenever we did live performances, like if we had a set, it was a good lead off song, like because like the way it's like introducing us.
Well, I think that's one of the reasons we made that track. I think it was made specifically for performance.
Yeah.
I couldn't I like the song, but I couldn't hear it as a single on radio.
Nah.
It doesn't come off as a radio single to me.
Nah.
But what's been going on though, man?
Not much, man. Just living. Let's see what I'm doing. Promoting a couple of projects. Just living. Pretty much it, man. To be honest.
I feel you on that. And I've slowly been. Well, I mean, I've always been doing music production, but I stopped using one alias that I was using previously and started a new one. So this one is more directly connected to the music production company, and I'm kind of trying to build a fan base and a following off of like kind of being anonymous. So It's like if people see like the social media for my music production, or if they came across it and then I didn't tell them about it previously, then they wouldn't know it's me.
Right.
Because I was telling somebody the other day that when it comes to supporting each other, it's like, and by each other I mean us as African Americans. When it comes to supporting each other, a lot of times it's harder to get your family and friends to support you than it is to get strangers to support you, because it feels like when you know somebody, like you're less likely to engage in whatever venture that they have going on. A lot of the time it's kind of like, oh, I know him, so I know what he's doing. It's not it's not a mystery or nothing like that. But it's like, but with celebrities, you don't know these celebrities, you don't know their life. Like, so when you hear their music, you're interested in their story.
But that pisses me off though.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've always told you, any success that we would ever get, it won't come from our family or our friends or anything like that. It's gonna be from strangers. I've always said that.
Yeah, I believe that.
But what makes me mad with like family, like, have you ever had somebody say, I don't know, well, back in our heyday, oh man, you heard that new 50 Cent? That shit was dope, blah, 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 blah. I just went out and bought it. And then you be like, well, damn, we selling out one little single for 99 cents.
Yeah.
You be like, God damn, like, really?
Yep. Well, I could only tell you, well, only because I've been like in the car with this person and like heard their playlist and stuff like that. Our homeboy Jarvis is probably the first person that would come to mind if somebody ever asked me who's the first person to support your music or listen to it as if you're just another artist. And I would say it's him. Because he'll have shit that I did with my brother, like rough drafts of stuff, like just randomly on his playlist that I might have sent him a while back. So I know I've heard the I Got single because that was the only one that we really pushed like that. But
Right.
like as far as people listening, people that know you, that listen to your stuff consistently and you don't have to ask them to promote it and shit like that, they just do it automatically, he would be one of the first people who would come to mind.
True. I just this is the one thing I ask from family and friends. My one pet peeve is like when I'm doing a movie or even when we were doing music, I cannot stand, I mean, I would literally want to fight you. Do not say, "Oh, I seen your little movie. I heard your little song." If you want me to royally fuck you up or stop talking to you, say something about my little song or my little movie, or because it's belittling. Like, I may not make the money that Brad Pitt makes or whatever the case may be, but I've been on sets where I've had to film for months. Or I've been in movies that it took 13, 14-hour work days. It may not be in the theaters, but that doesn't mean that you have the right to belittle what I did.
Yeah.
Or the times we ran up and down the road, or the times we spent recording, or the times that we, were getting fucking hosed by people when it comes to paying for certain things. Whatever the case may be, you don't know everyone's struggle, so don't say that it's little.
Right.
I can't stand it. I will that's some shit that would really piss me off. I'm really passionate about it. Don't say my little song.
Yeah, I've only seriously told maybe 6 or 7 family members about like the music that I've done. Like I've never sent my music or links to my music to anybody outside of those 6 people that I'm related to. Not because I really don't know. I just never felt like I needed to. You know what I mean? Because I guess it was because it might have been because I felt like it wouldn't have made a difference. They wouldn't have did what I expected them to do anyway. You know what I mean? Because there's been plenty of times where if I didn't send it to you directly, you seen it on my Facebook. Yep. Like you seen the YouTube videos. You know what I mean? Even now with the with our podcast. Yeah. When I post a podcast link, you can see who shares it, who doesn't. Like even if you can't share it directly from my page, you can click on it. You can go to YouTube and watch it. You can share it from YouTube. Like you don't have to. And I think that's one of the reasons why I like my page being private or my posts kind of being to where you can't share them. That like you can't just reshare, because if you resharing it straight from my Facebook, 9 times out of 10 you didn't watch it. Right. You didn't click on the link. You just hit the share and then put share on my page or share on my post, and then left it there, and you didn't really pay any mind after that. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of how I feel about it.
Or you can be honest. I remember my mother was like one of the most honest people I ever met in my life. Well, I didn't just meet her. I came out of her.
She was like, what? Wait.
I just, hey, how you doing? You my mom? Okay,
you
great.
Said that like
I'm
you
Marlon.
was adopted.
I know, right? But one thing about her, I remember, I cannot remember what song she heard that we did. And she said, what did she say? She said something to the extent of like, well, you're my son. But, I don't like rap music. I don't know how I feel about you constantly cursing. I don't know if I like it. And I respected that because it was her honest opinion. I know because I grew up on you know, like the 70s music and stuff like that. You know, she, you know, rap music. She didn't like rap music.
Right.
So what am I supposed to do? You know, if she doesn't like rap music, like, but I knew that she took the time to listen to a whole song, and that's all I can do is respect her opinion.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you really can do. I mean, because when it comes to parents, you know, as parents ourselves, you want to support your child no matter what they do. But I mean, if your parent don't listen to rap music,
You can't
like,
do nothing about it.
right.
I mean,
Like, I don't send my mom like a lot of the stuff that I recorded. So because I know, like, she ain't gonna want to hear that.
right? Like, my mom would listen to MC Hammer.
MC Hammer was too legit to quit. He ain't cussing his music.
Right. But, you know, that was about it. Like, just MC Hammer that I can remember. But I think, like, the only thing I would appreciate from, because I know that my success is not going to, my failure or my success is not going to lie on family and friends. Only thing I would like for people that's in my circle.
What up, Jarvis?
What's going on, brother? The people in my family or people or my friends or close circle of friends, just be truthful. You know, like the podcast. You can say, oh, man, I checked out the first podcast. That was dope. You know, I'm not really into podcast, though. Boom, that's good. But I don't even really solicit. I do promote it. I promote our podcast. Obviously, I do. But I promote it in the realm of trying to put it out there to people I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I do because I don't want to expect too much from people that I don't want to expect too much from you. You know what I mean? Because one, we all human, we flawed. So if somebody sent me something and I didn't take the time to listen to it, I can't sit here and be like, you know what I mean? Like judging them for not listening to our shit. So I just be like, I'd rather for people that don't know us, you know what I mean, to get it and then do whatever with it, give constructive criticism, say you like it, you don't like it for whatever reason. I mean, it's fine.
Or, no, I will say this, that baffles the hell out of me. Yeah, you can't send that one.
Sorry for everybody listening. Like, we looking at the stream on our on the Facebook Live, so if we say something that doesn't correlate to what you're listening to, we're probably responding to somebody that's typing a message.
But I do think that people that are in the same genre as us, like if you're an entertainer, why don't like you should support? Not you should. It's not about what you should or shouldn't do, but you should at least check out somebody. Like I check out a lot of people, and I know like they may not be my flavor, but I'll check it out to see. You know, how do you know? Like if you're an up and coming entertainer, how would I look? If I got a podcast, you got a podcast, and I don't even check out your podcast, but I'm asking you to check out mine.
Yeah,
that is so stupid. I don't get people that do that. Like for example, one of my classmates, Lauren, she listens to every single one of our shows, our podcast.
That's what's up.
And I have followed, like, she's been doing spoken word for like a million years. Like it was funny because we was going back and forth on a post one day, and you know, like I remember back in the day when she was on the Quiet Storm. Right, so it's like, you know, just like I've been a fan of her since then, since almost out of high school. As soon as I saw her on the circuit, you know, I was always enamored with what she did, you know.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, because it's a lot of people that I know that even when I was doing, I don't think anybody that knows me or has known me for at least the last 8 to 10 years can say that I've never supported them with, especially when it comes to music. Because I used to do a whole indie independent online magazine catered, well, not only for music artists but producers, DJs, photographers, models, and built it from scratch.
Yep.
Didn't ask for any money, and like I was happy to do it because if nobody's gonna give you that type of opportunity to get your stuff out there, then it's kind of like where else are you gonna turn? Right, so you need somebody to take a chance on you. And I never posted anything that I didn't support. I never posted any music that I didn't listen to. I never reported on any artists that I didn't listen to. And I just asked for, well, I don't even ask for it, but I just expect the same, like you said, the people in the same field that we're in to do the same thing.
I mean, shit, and you still doing the same thing now. My absolute grind. And it's like, hey, we will come to you.
Yeah.
We will come to you. If you are an artist, all you have to do, music, photography, modeling, whatever you do, sell crack, it don't matter. Whatever you do, we will come to you and give you the platform to promote what you do. And it's crickets.
Yeah. Because like I don't know if people think because it's like we're not charging them to come to them, or they might think it's some extra shit that we trying to get out of them, and it's really not that. Like we genuinely try to support the people that's doing the same thing that we doing. And
it's also because A, we have the means to do it, but B, we think about ourselves and what we've been at in the past.
Yeah, I was finna say, well, you've been down that road when we going to do performances and all the people that are in the place that we performing in came with somebody else.
Yeah.
So by the time we getting ready to perform, it's like if the artist you came with left, then they left.
Yep.
So
or you know how like, okay, somebody will say, hey man, you know, we want to interview you, or we want to do this with you, want to do that with you. And then they be like, then as soon as you set everything up, yeah, you know, we only charge like $40, $50. Like, we not even doing that.
And the shit that we did pay for sucked ass.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what blew me. It was like the times when we did pay to do something, we either didn't get what we paid for, or it sucked. We paid to perform. We didn't get to perform twice. You just chalked it up to a loss. Them bitches are 60. That's why they plays don't exist no more. And we paid to have like the birthday party that we threw, where we had other artists that we knew perform at our birthday party. Like didn't charge anything. Like just an outlet. You know what I mean? And the people that we paid to record the whole thing, that shit was horrible.
That shit was grainy. It was on an FONE. It was on a phone.
What?
It just baffles me though. I'm not trying to be on a soapbox, not trying to bash anybody. It's just straight facts, man. You know, when you're independent, you know, it's all about a brotherhood when you're independent. It's not about your family or your friends or whatever.
I don't know. People act like if you're not in a fraternity or sorority or a gang or some shit, then whatever connection you supposed to have as a family that's not blood, like just don't exist. But
I'm gonna tell you what's worse though. So I've done music and I've done acting, right? Acting is by far, as far as personalities, is the absolute worst. Because I expect for a rapper to have some kind of bravado or, you know, braggadocious means about themselves. But an actor, like, if you're good, you're good. And that's fine. But I have been on sets where, like, people, one of my favorite lines I've ever heard, oh, did you see my arm in Fast and the Furious? Man, fuck your arm. You really bragging on your arm? That was me right there in the hospital right by the rock. Bro, I saw the rock. I did not see you.
That's that shit where if you didn't know somebody was in the acting or being extras in movies and shit, and they told you that shit, you be like, fuck out of here.
Man, you be going back.
I don't care.
You going back, rewinding and shit. Oh, that's an elbow.
In a movie, slow clapping because you see your arm and shit.
That's like when like only time I only tell people that I'm cool with, like, oh yeah, I was in Captain America Civil War. Yeah, I was in it. But you have, if you sneeze or fart, you gonna miss it. It's so funny though, cause like my cousin, I had told my cousin, or one of my close cousins, I had told him, you know, and so it got to the scene. He was like, I already know it was you by your damn head. I was like, you gotta love it. But it's like, bro, I've been on sets where people. I remember one time I was on the set of Being Mary Jane. I don't watch the show. I don't even know if it still comes on the air. I may be into acting, but I don't watch TV like that. So I'm on set. I saw that arm. That elbow was ashy as hell. What's up, Nate? But so I'm this guy. So I'm talking. No, he's going around like shaking everybody's hand and stuff. So I don't watch the show. So I'm thinking that he's a guy on the show, and he's a damn extra. Come to find out, and I don't remember what his name was, but this dude told me, call me Mr. whatever the hell his last name is, and I said, no. Like, I was just like, no, like, I'm not calling you Mr. anything. Like, I didn't say that part to him. I just said no. Like, I don't have to talk to you, and I'm a very talkative person and outgoing and stuff, especially in that genre, because, you know, it's networking. I was there for like 17 hours on set. I barely talked to 2 people after that incident. Got a nice check though. My check was nice, but I was just so done because like the vanity that is in acting, like I was telling you before, like I'm in love with acting. You got to love it to deal with some of the stupid shit that comes along with it. The attitudes, the egos, for no reason. You think your arm has more clout than you do because your arm was in a shot, not you.
Your face wasn't. I don't know, man. I don't really know if I got that. I don't know, because I want whatever I do to be fun. Like, I don't want to say I don't like authority because I can follow direction. You know what I mean? I can do a job and do things that people ask me to do. Right. But like, if it feels like I'm in the military, I don't want to be. You ain't finna be yelling at me, like for no reason, talking to me like I'm your child. Like, if I gotta feel like that when I'm at work, we got a problem. I don't know though. I don't know if this is a misconception because I've never done acting. I've never been on the set for anything. I only know of it from what you tell me. So it's like it's never really been something that I could see myself doing. I probably would do commercials before anything else. Cause you got those 30 seconds and you just be like, all right, whatever. I
would say I've done quite a few films, and that's not bragging. But
you did that pimp laugh.
But I'm trying to think. Have I ever had? I have worked with directors I don't like, but it's the nature of the beast. I've worked with. I'm trying to think of 2. I can only think of 2 that stands out to me where I would just like. No, 3. I'm sorry, 3 that I can think of. Where I'm just like, oh my god, I can't wait till this project is over with, but I got to endure. You know, as far as hollering, I'm not the hardest guy in the room, but I think a lot of times I do think, especially now I'm a little bit smaller, but being 6 foot and 220 pounds, one too many people trying to holler at me. I mean, like now I'm 200 pounds, but still, you know, I'm never the smallest guy. You know, so no, I don't really get like. I've seen people get hollered at, you know, but has anybody ever really tried me like that? No.
I don't know. I don't know what it is about. I mean, I guess you see, like, now, if I could be, like, in a horror film where, well, I don't want to die in the first 30 minutes.
You're black. It's your passage, your rite of passage.
Kill me, like, at least 35 minutes into the movie.
I know, right? And get past the credits.
Right. But I don't know, probably because that's the genre I love to watch the most.
Like, and Robert Englund starring as Freddy Krueger, and you hear somebody like, oh. Damn, he didn't even get past Robert Englund's name.
You don't even get to be in the shot when you die. Like, you know how some movies start off and they just showing like flashes of shit that happened, but you don't really put it together until you actually watching the movie. That's how it'll be. He die in the flashes in the beginning of the movie.
That's hilarious.
But I think it's cool that like people like Robert Englund can do like amazing films like Friday the 13th. I mean, not Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and then turn around and go do a sci-fi movie.
Like, you know, he's a classically trained actor. He's won a SAG award, which is Screen Actors Guild, which is a high honor. Independent work means independent ass kicking. Yeah, I mean, you know, like, but even in real life though, like even at my job, like in the jobs I've had people, they'll do a lot of hell raising, and you know, in 20 years, 16 years of management, you know how many times I done heard, man, fuck Marlon, I fuck that nigga, and blah 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 blah. I've heard that plenty of times. And when Marlon walks in the room, man, what's up, man? Like, you know, it's not too many people that's just gonna walk up to a man and just be like, you know, yeah, I said you punk ass. You know, they're not gonna do that. And I've heard, you know, fuck Marlon a million times. And then when Marlon walks in the room, hey, what's up, man? You need me to go get that trash? All right, man, I'm gonna go strip them rooms for you. You know, it's like, like I said, it's just words, and I'm not gonna fight because I gotta think about, you know, taking care of, you know, I'm a father, so I have to take care of my son, but you know, I'm not going to, you know, but they not stupid.
I got
you. Yeah.
I keep myself from saying I'm alive.
Not until the last day. And Zach says, "Fuck Marlon."
I try to make sure that I keep a lot of things that I could say to myself. And it's only not because I'm scared to say it, but one, like you said, you got to think about the time and the place. Mm-hmm. And two, I've always been the type of person that kind of tried to follow it. If I tell you something, or if I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to stand by that. Like, I told this dude at work one day when I was working at the airport. Where's the airport? I'm pretty sure it was the airport because most of the stuff that happened to me at work had to be there because that's the longest job I had. Mm-hmm. So we were doing something, and this dude pissed me off. I said, you do it one more time, I'm punching the fucking throat. And he thought I was playing. And it took one of my supervisors and two of my coworkers to keep dude away from me. Because if I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to fucking do it. So I really have to make sure I be careful what I say. Because if I tell you and then I don't do it, then you're like, oh, Eric full of shit.
Right.
And I don't like that.
Shit, I've had people, I ride or die with you too, Zach, man. That's my boy. That's my brother right there. I've had people tell me meet them at certain places. I get to the damn place and they ain't even there. You know,
waste of gas money.
I tell you, this is the thing though. And I tell people this a lot. And I'm not hood.
You ain't gonna do shit.
I'm not gonna say I'm not hood because I grew up in the hood.
I was gonna say you as hood as they come, born home.
Right. I'm not the hardest guy walking. I don't think I can beat up the whole world. But if we gotta go and do what we gotta do, I'm not a coward. And if you really about it, I'm really about it too. That's just the way I feel. What's up, my brother? That's how I feel. So,
hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
So like when I had somebody tell me to meet them in I think it was an AutoZone parking lot, I went there because both of us needed our jobs. And I showed up and they didn't show up.
Hey, that's how it be though, man. And like sometimes you just gotta. I say you gotta make better decisions the older you get. You can't. I mean, I try to avoid confrontation.
I won't fight now. I'm too old.
I've always tried to avoid confrontation, but if it's like the last resort, then you just gonna have to get it.
Oh yeah. I can't do it now. I'm 40. I'm 40 now. I feel like there are stages in life. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like as far as just being reckless and like getting into stupid fights and stuff like that stops at like 22, 23.
Unless you're on reality TV.
They say you're super hard when we on the baseball diamond though. What it was one time, I don't know if Zach was there, but it was one time we had a softball game. They started damn fighting and they was shooting and all this shit. And I'm like, I had invited one of my homeboys from that I grew up with in East Point. Not saying East Point got rough as I got older, but he didn't grow up I was used to gunshots and stuff. I'm just standing there like, oh, they going that, okay. No, the bullets are over there. Like it's on the field, but it wasn't on the field. It was on the street that was above the field. Man, when they out there doing their thing. And my homeboy was like, man, I got to get out of here with my kids. I got to go. And I'm like, man, just calm down, man. I said, you don't want to move right now anyway. This man's still trying to get up. Yep, see, Zach remembers. I had, and there was this other guy, he was following, this is when 4 Home Field Advantage was vibrant. He was following 4 Home Field Advantage. So he came out there and he was like, Marlon, it was a pleasure to meet you. He shook my hand and shit and ran into his car. Like, what the fuck? That was a wild time, though. I was like, what is everybody like in uproar for? Then we calmed down and we finished the game. See,
After
Zach,
the fighting and the shooting.
Yep. See, Zach, my boy, he was down. Zach know about it.
That's some funny shit.
Oh, man, it was hilarious.
I don't remember the last time I've been. Well, I ain't really go out and do like too much anything where it was large crowds, but it was like growing up in certain areas, you kind of know how to react, right? When shit jump off. But if you around people, like if you with people who don't know how to react, it's like you end up worrying more about them than yourself.
Yeah, because it's like
you gotta keep their ass calm.
Cause that's like growing up in boring homes. It was nothing to be in the house and you hear pow, 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 and then somebody in the house be like, shoot, there go such and such, and he out there being crazy again. As opposed to somebody who ain't never grew up in that shit. They like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? I just shit myself. What am I supposed to do? Like,
bruh, it was a time, and it was me, my homeboy JJ. And we at his house. They was standing off Godby Road.
Oh shit! Pow, pow, pow.
We in his crib. We sitting on the couch. You chilling. Goddamn gunshots go off. And we just slid down to the floor. Kept talking.
That's it. That's what you do. That's what you do.
Like got out of that line of sight from the window. Just slid down to the floor. Kept it moving.
And see, like you lived in Bourne Home, boy. That thing right there wasn't never straight. That brick. Wasn't no bullets coming through it. That hard ass brick, it wasn't nothing going through that. You safe. You just I can hear my mom now. Y'all get away from the window. Mm-hmm. That's it. Just get away from the window. You safe in the house. Now, if you're in a regular house like where we recording at, bullets coming through this.
All through it. All through it. I remember one time we was over there, and I forgot where we was coming back from. Mm-hmm. And just to make this point, when me and Jarvis used to hang out, bro, wasn't neither one of us working. I think we might have been going to like the Art Institute of Atlanta. But wasn't neither one of us working, and we stayed with money for gas to ride around. So we coming back from riding around and shit. We coming down Godby Road, and it's just a gang of kids. Goddamn, they're walking down the street with big ass sticks and shirts over their face, looking like ninjas and shit. Like, left, right, left. You're like, what the hell are all these goddamn kids in the street for? So we drive around, go to this crib, we sit in the crib. Man, a few minutes later, saw the pizza man roll up into the apartment complex.
God.
Pizza man driving the apartment complex, turn around, a few minutes later, he come back down. Man, we look out the window, all the kids on top of the goddamn pizza car. This nigga ain't even make it out of the goddamn complex. That shit was so goddamn funny. All right, bro, I ain't never seen shit like that in my life, man.
Jarvis said 37 kids attacked the pizza man.
Told you.
Bro, I was very small, but I remember this, as I just told you off air, how my sister used to always, use me as a scapegoat. So one day I'm with her, and this is like in the early 80s. I couldn't have been no more than probably 4 or 5, but I remember this. Pizza man came, they beat his ass and took all the pizzas, and from then on, no pizzas. Nobody, Pizza Hut did not come to Bowen Homes. You couldn't get cable in Bowen Homes. You couldn't get pizza. I mean, you couldn't get satellite dish. Now, right before Bowen Homes closed, they started allowing you to get satellite dishes, and I was like, damn, they ain't stealing the little satellite, the dish. It's crazy, but kids today would never know that stuff.
I don't know, man. That shit funny though.
Like you live in the OG hood when the pizza man don't want to come to your hood.
Yeah.
That's the real hood, not these hoods that's out today. Look at Zach, just like East Lake. That's what I'm saying.
Oh man, I had some good ass times when I grew up in East Point though, cause staying on Stanton Road was, and they trying to gentrify Stanton Road. I was telling I was riding with my partner at work, and we drove through there, and where Creekside used to be at, and they tore all that down, and they built new apartments. But before you get to where Creekside used to be, those raggedy ass apartments and that that raggedy ass gas station still there. And then on the other side of Stanton Road, going towards Campbellton, those raggedy ass apartments still there.
It's the same like on Bankhead. They don't know what the hell they trying to do. I heard they was gonna build a golf course out of Bowen Homes. The grass is very beautiful, and I guess all them dead bodies were fertilizer. Cause that grass look beautiful. I'm totally confused as to what they're doing over there. They got like some luxury. You should ride over there one day. They got like some luxury condos over there.
Man.
But then you still got the same liquor store from when I grew up over there. It don't make no sense. It's like they probably sold them people a dream in them condos. Like, we're not finished with the area. We're almost there. We're gonna get it good. And 5 years later, they're like, man, I'm still stuck in this shit.
Man, to gentrify over where Stanton Road is, like you have to rebuild everything from Stanton and Allison Court all the way down to Stanton and Campbellton. Hell, even if you go up to Stanton and Conley Drive, like right past
you right, Simon.
I think right past where that cemetery is off Stanton. Like you going past 166 up Stanton Road towards like you going towards, like if you had to drive to go to Tri-Cities, like in that direction, it's a cemetery on your left. The apartments that used to be on the right, they tore that down. They rebuilding something over there now.
Yeah.
And then I think the little mortuary that used to be there is gone. It ain't shit but trees now. So, like, you have to rebuild all of that from one end all the way to the other.
And I remember my uncle. He used to stay in Hollywood Court, and that's anybody knows Hollywood Court. No, that's a rough. That was a rough area too. And my uncle stayed by the cemetery. And I don't know why I spent the night over his house, and I love my uncle. I miss him. He's an uncle, my uncle who passed. We were really we got to be close when I was an adult or a teenager rather. But I always thought he hated me when I was a kid. and here's one of the reasons. So we're in the I'm spending the night over his house because my cousin, who I think I'm like probably like 2 years older than, you know, I was spending the night over there. Her and I would, you know, like cousins would do. So as it got time to go to bed, like I'm looking out the window, and the damn cemetery got like that fog and shit, like on Shaggy and Scooby and shit. And it was so scary. I'm like, I'm throwing up. I'm scared. I'm trembling.
Throwing up.
Yeah, I was scared as shit. So my aunt, who I love and adore, she's still alive, obviously, and all that stuff. But anyway, she, you know, she's a nurturer. She was a nurturer. She was like, "Oh, come in here in the room or whatever." And my uncle was mad. He was like, "Man, go on." He had a deep voice. "Man, go on back in that damn room." Blah 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 blah. Right? And I'm like, I'm scared. And he's like, "Man, I'm trying to get some pussy." Go. I didn't know what pussy was at that age. We was really young. He was like, man, he cop blocking ass. He's just like going off on me. Like he just like really going off on me. And my aunt was just like, he's sleeping in here tonight. No questions or whatever. And I slept in the room with him. He was mad as hell.
Damn.
I ain't never spent the night over there again.
Hell no.
Oh boy.
Simon said Tri-City's being part refurbished.
That's cause they got
What part?
we got state money. State champs.
I know. Oh, bro, I was going down East Point Street last week, and I saw they got the banner up there that says State Champs. I was like, shit, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, we gotta do the photo shoot, man. We gotta go around to the different landmarks one day soon.
Yeah. So anybody that's listening on live, or if you catch this after we post it, if you got any ideas as to what landmarks for East Point that we should touch down at and do the photos at, drop a comment and let us know. And we'll try to hit it.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun. I heard Mint Car Wash at one point in time. That bridge we heard, I got that a couple times, but we've done the bridge. It'd be dope if we can do the old school bridge,
I was gonna say
the
that
one
old
everybody
school.
used to get robbed on and shit.
Bro, I know people.
Don't tell that story. Don't do it. Don't tell that story. Don't tell that story. You might get mad.
I've never had the experience. I just know people who had stories about going across that bridge. Bro, because motherfuckers used to be ganged up on that bridge like they ain't had shit to do. They ain't had nowhere to be. And they just be on that motherfucker just chilling.
But you know what? When I went to that bridge, I walked through with my gang. But I never was afraid to walk that bridge by myself. Never was.
It was just one of those. To me, it was just like if you caught the train to school, that's just one of the places you had to cross.
Just one of the places you had to cross.
Or else your ass ain't getting to class.
Nope.
I mean, you can't avoid it.
Now, I do know when I was in the 9th grade, somebody got killed on that bridge over a starter jacket.
Damn.
Or something like that. I've known a couple people to get killed over jackets.
Bro, the only way you get into Tri-Cities, if you getting out, if you getting off at, what's that, East Point train station? The only way you get into Tri-Cities without having to cross that bridge is if you walk all the way down by, what is that, Crystals? I think it's Crystals. And hop your ass over them train tracks.
Fuck that. I'll take the bridge for 200, Alex.
That's the only way.
Well, let me ask. So, have you ever like been embarrassed for your mom to come up to the school?
Nope. Cause in my mind, I was always like, my mom from the west side of Chicago. Ain't nobody fucking with her.
Oh, God.
So if my mom come up to the school, it's for a reason.
I used to hate when my mom had to come up to the school because she would wear. I remember one time she dyed her hair and the shit didn't come out right. Her hair was purple, and this one boy was sitting in class and my mom walked by. He's like, "Purple weed, purple weed." I was like, man, I was so mad at her. Then this other dude, she came in there with some Chuck Taylors on, which, you know, that's a West Coast thing. And then for her generation, they wore Chuck Taylors. So, you know, our generation was Jordans or Huaraches or, you know, Forces or whatever. So they like, man, that nigga mama got on some All Stars. They ain't got no money. I was like, then she came up there one time with her work clothes on. Oh God, I was just like, fuck it. I was like, you know what? You know, this acting out thing is not working for me.
I was just about to ask you, what the hell was you doing to make your mom have to come up to that school so many damn times?
It wasn't that I was a behavioral problem. I was okay. Let me recant that. I was talkative, and I would like teachers, and I still feel this way as an adult, and I support my son with this. Sometimes teachers will say some dumb stuff, and then it's like, just because you're the child, you're supposed to take it. Like, no. That's like one day I had a teacher. I was I'll say her name. Her ass probably retired now. Miss Carter. Did you have Miss Carter in at Tri-Cities? So she was a math teacher. She's in class. She had some little kid in her classroom. We looking like, you know, who fucking baby. And then, like, because she used to have me sitting by her desk, the fucking kid sitting next to me, and the kid is talking to me. So I'm talking back to the kid. And she's like, stop talking to him, and all this stuff. And so she has this breakdown in class, and she's like, that's my husband's child. My husband cheated on me. Bitch, that's nobody's business in this classroom. And she got upset with me for saying, bitch, it ain't nobody's business in this classroom. Then another time, she's in class, she's having an emotional breakdown, and she tells us, my daughter got caught having sex on a church pew. I'm like, why would you tell us that? Because I am frustrated. I said, you frustrated your daughter's a freak in the name of Jesus? And she put me out of class. How you gonna put me out of class when your daughter didn't get put out of church?
Yeah, she brought it up.
That's what I'm saying. We didn't know your daughter was fucking on a pew. I didn't even know what the hell a pew was at the time. It's just stuff like that. Like, so those are the type of things that my mother would have to come up to the school for, because I'm debating with a teacher. And I'm like, but mom, her daughter had sex on a pew. What do you want me to say? Even my mom be like, you just can't be debating with these people, okay?
He called you Black Junior Healy.
You said what?
I said,
oh.
He called you the Black Junior Healy.
Or like one time I had a teacher say, he was, and I love this teacher though. He was teaching us about Black History Month, and he was teaching us about the word history means his story. What the hell? I didn't know what the hell that meant at the age I was at. He was trying to say the white man's story. Spit that shit out, because I don't understand what you're saying. He got fired. I don't know. I just. But those are the type of things that I would get in trouble for. It wasn't like I was fighting or, you know, anything like that.
Right.
Because I was very shy, and hell, I got picked on most of the time in elementary school. So, it was always, my issue was with teachers.
I ain't had issues with teachers in school.
I can't believe you didn't have Miss Carter. I'm sure her big head ass was there when you was there.
I don't know. That name don't ring a bell to me.
Now I know one time, this is when I was marling, like, you know, my mouth and all that stuff. And at the worst of my mouth, hello dear. So the worst with my mouth, I still never would say the word dick or pussy, right? Never would say that. This teacher made me so mad one time, and I don't even know what made me say it. I was walking to the pencil sharpener, and she was like talking shit or something she was saying to me. And I was like, man, suck my dick. She said, excuse me? I know you didn't say suck your little dick. I put that little shit in the pencil sharpener. I was like, I didn't know what to say back. I was so stumped that a teacher actually said that to me.
Wait, instead of going to get the principal like most of them was doing?
Yes.
That's like, oh, you know who I could picture saying some shit like that?
Who was that?
Middle school, Paul D. West. The teacher that I think she stayed not too far from you with the dreads.
Miss Anahor.
Yes. Oh my God, that was a scary ass woman, boy. Nobody played any kind of
I
game
love Miss
in her
Anahor.
class.
Still to this day.
Bruh. This teacher, what? She was something serious. If you went to Party West and you had Miss Anahor, you already know what the deal was. Bruh. Nobody acted up. Well, I take that back. A dude named Gerard acted up in her class. She made this nigga stand in the corner. Behind the door.
She put me in the corner. Like, I had my seat in the corner.
How you get your seat put in the corner?
I don't know. But, she used to whoop us. Did y'all get whoopings by her?
I didn't.
She used to take water and, she used to...
Like holy water.
She called it baptizing.
I did see her do that a couple of times.
Now, this is something that's funny about Miss Anahor. And God rest his soul, I had a friend named Chris Trice. He was born with, I think, what is it called, like juvenile diabetes or whatever. But I know he passed, like, he's been deceased for, like, maybe 15, 20 years. Mm. But anyway, he was a very sickly child. And Miss Anahor had an apple on her desk. Mm. And we went to like lunch or something and come back, the apple's gone. And you know how she is. She's a very straightforward person. She say whatever she got to say. So she's like, what happened to my apple? Nobody's saying nothing. She said, that's okay. I'm doing a science experiment. And I put urine on the apple. So whoever ate that apple, you ate my piss.
Oh my God.
And Chris threw up the apple.
Hell no, man.
I love Miss Anahor still to this day. She's actually one of my Facebook friends. She might see this. But I love her. I do. She used to always say, you gonna make me come up the street?
Bro, but honestly, those are the type of, like, she's the type of teacher that you want your kids to have. Because I don't need my daughter having teachers that kids just gonna run all over her. Because that shit, I ain't playing that. I mean, my daughter for the most part is very well behaved.
Right.
I hope she stay that way.
Miss Anahor doesn't exist anymore though.
As far as teachers go.
As far as teachers, yeah, she doesn't exist anymore. Those days are over with.
Unfortunately, I don't know. I guess it would have to depend. Cause I know I used to work with a young woman at the airport. Mm-hmm. She was my supervisor. She left to become a teacher, and her demeanor, mm-hmm. like, she cool as hell, but I can imagine her as a teacher. She teaches younger kids, but if she were to teach older kids, she would be one of those teachers that,
like Miss Anahor,
not that extreme, well, not to that extent, but she definitely don't play no games.
And she used to I used to get whoopings by Miss Anahor. Mm-hmm. Still in the 7th grade, because that's when I had her. Like, shit, I be telling people, like, because, like, if you went to A.D. Williams, we got whoopings K through, A.D. Williams, when I was there, it went from K through 7. We got whoopings from K through 7, then I transferred to Fulton County, still getting my ass whooped from Miss Anahor. I ain't stopped getting whoopings until I got in high school. I'm like, hey, this is great. They don't touch me.
Bro, I've never gotten a whooping in school.
You haven't?
I've never gotten a whooping in school. I was finna say I've never been in ISS, but I did get ISS once.
Bro, that's the worst thing in the world.
And I got put in ISS at Tri-Cities. And ISS and Tri-Cities was in the lunchroom.
In the lunchroom on
right there by the door.
Right there by the door.
Bro, I remember every time I used to walk in on lunch and see somebody I knew in ISS. I stand on the opposite side. Like, you know, when you walk in, the ISS room is gonna be on your left. Mm-hmm. Everybody lining up for that, like the little first room where you get your lunch from. You're
right.
gonna be on the right.
Yep.
So, I think whoever was monitoring ISS, whatever teacher was in there, mm-hmm. their desk was like right by the door.
Right by the door.
So it's like you kind of had to be in the corner to see anybody, like to actually try to get anybody's attention without getting in trouble. Yeah, I had ISS one time where as soon as lunchtime came around, bro, I was like, God, please close that door.
Bro, I had ISS once also, and I remember getting on my knees, and I told that man, I ain't never coming back here. That was torture. They was playing rainforest music, cause you fall asleep. It don't count. They make you do it again. So rainforest music, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with milk. Man, I mean, like I was in there for 3 days. I remember we had a pep rally. You know how you can hear because the gym right there, and they in there, and like everybody like that money. Oh, you missed it, such and such. Like, man, fuck y'all, man. It was bad. I would never go to ISS again,
Bruh, we got. I think at a certain point it had to be our senior year, either towards the end of junior year or somewhere in our senior year. We got banned from having pep rallies.
Why? Sound like some Amelia Davis shit.
We got banned from having pep rallies because I promise you, it seemed like every time we had one, somebody started throwing shit like across the gym. And every time somebody throws something, I hear, man, we ain't have pep rallies for a minute.
And that, but I think that Miss Davis effed that school up.
I don't think anybody liked Miss Davis when she was the principal.
And then she got in trouble. Do you remember that?
After
Katrina.
she said Thong Sanders on the PA system over school, boy, we gave her extra hell. What did you say about Katrina?
So she said something about Ray Nagin being a piece of shit. And she said she has the right to say that because she's from New Orleans. You're the principal of a school. You're a public. There's a difference between being like us as public figures, but you're a principal. Mm-hmm. There's a difference. You can't say somebody's a piece of shit in public. You just can't. Anyway, oh shit. So this is a good joke. So okay, this is I forgot what year it was, but because by the time you got there, it was fully operational. The theater.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so my first year, I think it was, they was building it. It didn't exist. Mm-hmm. So it must have been 10th grade year. So the PA system, you can either have it up there or throughout the school. Mm-hmm. So some people snuck up there, and I think it was one of the Crap brothers. Don't laugh at that name, because them some vicious motherfuckers. I'm scared of them still to this day. Anyway, so it was either it was George Crap. He was up there. He was like, "Attention, Kmart shoppers," and then everybody was laughing. So we had this PE teacher. Her name was Miss Williams. Nasty attitude. One of those teachers I would go back and forth with. Mm-hmm. Nasty attitude. She was very heavy set. Like, she was a big woman, very flexible though for her size. I seen this lady hit a full split. Fucking amazed me. So anyway, he's on the PA system. He's like, "Miss Williams, bring your fat ass to the office. Miss Williams, bring your fat ass to the office." And that was the funniest shit ever. And like, you go to her class after that, you can't even look at her. So she transferred schools afterwards.
Damn. Damn shame, man.
I think he got suspended, but it wasn't for long because he was back at school. Like,
that's crazy. I don't know, man. Majority of my time spent in high school, when that bell rung, I was out from class to my locker to class. I ain't linger around the hall. None of that shit. I was in class way before I had to be. But as soon as it was time to go, I was gone. When school was over with, well, when I had to ride the bus, I went from class to my locker to the bus. And then when I when I moved and I had to catch the train, I went from class to my locker and I walked my ass up to East Point.
Oh man, I enjoyed my time in high school. I mean, cause I had like a brotherhood. Like when we was in ROTC. I mean, like I got friends. Like we're still like family. We from 14 to now, 14 to 40. Like we still close, but we enjoyed all that shit. We did a lot of crazy shit together and had a lot of fun together. So we used to do, go to games, go different places together. Just had fun, man.
Hey, like my two best friends from Tri-Cities were also my two best friends from Party West. Like nobody that I made friends with at the high school level, I can't say that any of them are still
right.
Like they're associates. Like I know them if I see them, stuff like that. We might speak if we cross paths, but like I don't hang out with nobody, nothing like that. Like all of my really, really good friends are people that I've come from Party West with, or from Conley Hills. Like, but none of the friends that I made once I got to high school, I don't think I'm still really like. I don't think I hang out with any of them.
I think that the only reason our brotherhood is so strong is because of ROTC. Like, like for example, like my childhood friends. Like I still have quite a few friends from Bowen Homes. I have Antoine. We've been knowing each other since we was like 4 or 5. My homeboy Seneca, which you know him, 4 or 5 years old. Homegirl Emma, 5, 6, whatever. It's a lot of but now everybody from Bowen Homes, like some of us were cool, but some of them I don't remember. Some of them we see each other. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? What you up to? What you up to? That's it. But like somebody like Antoine, Seneca, and Emma, I'm pretty sure it's a couple of other ones. Like these are the people I'm still in contact with, or we still see each other, or whatever the case may be.
And speaking of which, I would take this brief moment just to shout out everybody that I hung out with on Stanton Road. Everybody that I might not talk to you today, but like if it wasn't for them, then my Stanton Road days will probably be shit. So, and these are people that I haven't seen in a while. Some of them anyway. Martin and Franklin, they were brothers. Two of the coolest dudes that I knew. Once they moved from Stanton Road, we lost touch because like we ain't had no control over that.
Right,
bro. If they had to stay on Stanton Road, they probably would have pulled every chick that stayed over there, because at the time we was growing up, like for some odd reason, every time the seasons changed, they eye colors changed, and chicks was
girls used to like that back in the day. So fuck look like a wolf.
A homeboy, Marquell Foster, I don't know where this nigga disappeared to. Marquell used to stay around the corner from me. We was cool as shit. Once they moved from Stanton Road, we lost touch. But I haven't seen him in years. Let's see. My homeboy, Big Larry. And half of these people are probably like a year or two younger than me. But that's really how it was over there. My homeboy Larry, rest in peace to his brother Roger, passed away some years ago. My homegirl Nicole Brown, bruh. Nicole Brown was like my ace growing up on Stanton Road. She fucking, like, she ain't played no games. It was like big sister. Anybody fuck with me, they had to fuck with her. Who else? Steven and Ebony, they used to stay like right on the corner when we stayed in Stanton Road. Like our apartment was the very first one if you coming from 166. And theirs was like in our little section before that first turn in. It was like right down that corner. Oh, cool as hell. That's their mom is the lady that my mom was standing outside with when I came home like super late. And I got grounded. But yeah, man, I know it's a couple of other people, but
yeah,
I ain't gonna like hold that up. I say that for another show. But and if it wasn't for them and the people that I grew up with on Stanton Road, man, staying over there would have been hell.
That's how I felt when I moved into a house. I was like, man, I'm not like. I remember saying to myself like, I wanted to move from boarding homes because I hated like going to school because of like being picked on and all that stuff. But I was like, damn, I'm not gonna see Seneca anymore. I'm not gonna see Antoine and a few other people like my homeboy Marlo. Marlo was hilarious. This motherfucker, he used to just could randomly fart like,
Like on cue.
On cue. And his birthday was like April the 10th, and I was 9th. I think he was April the 10th. So we, it was like a group of us who was really cool. I know one time Marlo's dad, like he might get mad at me for saying this, but like I think it was in the 5th grade. Like his dad was like this big, like either he was really tall because we was small, but he was a tall, big ass, muscular man. And I forgot what Marlo did. I think he kept farting in class and talking. And they called, and man, that he was like, please, Daddy, please. Because his dad was like on his knees and shit, like, Daddy, please, I'm so sorry. I mean, his dad was like, I'm going to beat the shit out of him when I get out of this school. But, back then, in my day, you can beat a kid. And it was like, there's no child protective services, no shit like that. Like, school wasn't going to call.
I mean, you could discipline your kids how you see fit.
But when I tell you, I'm 40, and this is like, we could have been no more like 9 or whatever. I would never forget the fear and how he was on his knees begging his father, please, like, don't fucking hurt me. I would never forget that, but that was a massive man. Like I mean, Marlo and I, we still talk from time to time. I would, I don't even know if his father, was, with his family or whatever. But like, I just remember his father was a really big man. I think he was like a construction worker. But yeah, he begged and begged, man. He was farting while he was begging, if I ain't mistaken. But yeah, it was funny, fun times.
You didn't go to Party West, did you?
I did go to Party West, Miss Santa Horror. That's how.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know why I just asked you that, but I'm thinking about the cafeteria. They they had the bottom half. Yep. Then they had the top half. Bruh, they used to have food fights from bottom to top. And it was one time we was in lunch, and I'm sitting at the table with 2 guys that I was in class with, and I'm pretty sure Mike Jarvis was somewhere close by at another table. Had to have been, because they remember the story too. And I ain't gonna say no names, because if they hear this shit, everybody still know everybody. So I'm sitting at the table.
Middle school beef.
Nah, it wasn't no beef.
Oh,
like,
okay.
We just sitting at the table, talking, eating lunch, and the dude sitting across from me eating his burger. I'm sitting down eating mine, and there's another guy sitting next to me. He drinking some milk, and the guy across from me said something, or tried to. I mean, we were just having a regular conversation, and I cracked the joke. I didn't think the joke was that funny, but it was just funny for the time. And as soon as I said what I said, dude right next to me spit his milk all over the dude right across from me. And dude just sat there like this. Bruh, I laughed so goddamn hard. Bruh, I laughed so hard. It's like, one of the times where shit happened, and then like a few minutes later you could be by yourself and you think about this shit and you
start
just keep laughing.
Yep.
Bruh, that shit had my damn stomach hurting. I laughed so goddamn hard. But school, if it wasn't for the people that I hung around, man,
Be like, I'm out this bitch.
yeah, I wouldn't have made that shit, bro. Cause I didn't like school. I had to find reasons to go. I didn't like getting up to go to school. I didn't like when I was there. When I was in class, the shit was boring to me. Like, I had a hard time paying attention because I could listen for like the first 20 minutes, and then after that, it just started sounding like mumbling. Shit going in one ear and out the other. I'd rather write raps and shit in class than to pay attention. But I had to find reasons to go to school, man.
I didn't like elementary school, but the reason why I didn't like it was because of being picked on and a multitude of other things while I was in school. Because I had my friends But you know, like those secondary people that you in class with and stuff, like they would pick on me. And like I remember one time, this dude, I was talking to Seneca. I won't say the other guy's name, but I was talking to Seneca, and we standing in line. And boy just walked up to me and punched me in my damn stomach. Now I dropped.
Damn.
And I knew who hit me. But I was scared of him. Seneca was like, I said, who did that? Seneca was like, nigga, you know who did that. I was like, you're right.
No.
But yeah, I hated elementary school. I enjoyed middle school because I, transferred to a new place. I got to be a new person. I wasn't scared of nobody. Well, it wasn't like I was I was scared at 80 Williams, but when I went to Paul D. West, I was going to stand up for myself because it was my chance to have to be somebody,
fresh start.
Yeah. And then I went from there. Like I wasn't afraid of anybody at Paul D. West. Yeah. I wasn't, but then high school was cool. But I tell you the one funny thing about going from 80 Williams to Paul D. West. So the food at 80 Williams was fucking trash, right? It was horrible. So I say that first week when we moved to Paul D. West, and I went in that cafeteria. I was like, oh my god, this is scrumptious. I was eating everybody's food. You want that? They be sitting in there because like they don't know like. These kids don't know what it's like to grow up where I grew up at and to go to that school. So they sitting up there, oh, we got fries and we got pizza and shit. I'm tired. I'm like, give me that pizza. These fries got seasoned salt on it. Give me these motherfuckers. I'm eating everything. Bro. Like I know I probably gained 10 pounds my first week at that school.
Bro, you used to have a dude that went around asking for everybody food. And they started farting on the burgers because they knew that he was going to
ass burgers.
They started farting on the burgers.
So they were eating their own fart?
No, not the guy who would go around asking for everybody's burger. People started farting on their burgers because they knew he was going to come ask for it.
So it was like, did they eat the burger?
Not them. But
they would give it to him after they...
That was kind of fucked up.
Like,
but,
Kobe, nigga, tell me how my ass tastes. Shout out to Shaq.
And all them general commercials. I wonder how much he made for them general commercials.
He got to make a lot of money because he's too goddamn big.
But it seems like everybody in entertainment or sports, once they get a certain age, they do like AARP commercials, like insurance commercials. Goddamn Buick. They're like the worst commercials ever. Buick commercials.
You save a lot of money with the General.
Oh man.
Shaq always sound hoarse to me.
Man, but we just spent the hour just kicking in and reminiscing, man. We had shit planned for the day, but we're gonna try and do better and stay on top of those getting topics that hold some kind of substance. I just didn't really want to touch on too much because it's been a lot of death in the news, man, and like this shit is depressing as fuck.
And we stayed away from that stuff for a reason. We stayed away from Nipsey Hussle. We stayed away from Trump. We stayed away from a lot of shit.
Stayed away from the shit that just happened recently in the news. We didn't talk about the standoff that happened here not too long ago. So a lot of the stuff that's in the news now that we could touch on, we stayed away from because we don't. It's just a lot of negative energy that come with that stuff, and you all, and anybody listening to this, you already know it's enough of that in the mainstream news as it is. So our opinion on it isn't gonna change.
But what we are going to do is reach out to Ja Rule to see exactly what Ja Rule thinks about any of these situations.
Who gives a damn about what they're expecting? Who gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this? Yeah. We appreciate everybody for listening. Another round of Ab-So-Lute.
Yep.
If you want to check out more of our episodes, you can catch us on podbean.com. Just type in another round of Ab-So-Lute. You can go to iTunes. We're there. You can catch us on Spotify. You can go to Google Play Music. Check out our Instagram.
Yeah.
At ARO_Ab-So-Lute. Thanks, Trey Songz. You can catch us on Twitter at ARO Ab-So-Lute. And fuck with us, man. Like you said, we here for a reason.
Fuck with me, you know I got it.
If you want to do, if you're an artist or entertainer or photographer,
You can be a
actor,
porn star. I don't give a damn. We just trying to get you out there.
Yeah, another round of Ab-So-Lute. I'm sorry. My absolute grind is what we'll show up as long as we ain't got to drive an hour.
There you go.
And we'll sit you down, interview you, and let you tell our listeners what you about, man. Just trying to connect with other like-minded people who really doing something, who not just procrastinating. And if you are procrastinating, get off your ass, because ain't no time like the present. You ain't gonna live forever, and stop living with regrets, because
Tired of working.
you ain't gonna be able to help somebody build their dream for the rest of your life. I don't think that's what we put here for. Like, do some shit for yourself.
There you go.
And with that said, we out this bitch.
Good night, bitches. No, just kidding. Good night, people.
Why they keep on hating on